Gaffer, we saw that as a game of two halves. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, we had to score on our chances, didn't we? You know, we had 4 or 5 1-on-1s. We didn't create enough really from midfield, but you know, some of our longer balls got through, and our 2 strikers got in. We wasn't able to finish. And when you don't finish at these levels, then unfortunately opposition feel as though it might be their lucky day, and they came out second half, and we wasn't up to it in the second half, and I was really disappointed with a few of them that they didn't keep up the tempo. Really disappointed. So they know how I feel. It's not acting. It's not me trying to get them up for Monday, because I don't know whether I can. Because it was so poor in the second half. It was people that stopped running, they stopped, I don't know why, and they left it to everybody else to drag them along. Nobody really took any lead, maybe a couple of the lads, but yeah, so first half we thought, well, if we can get the same amount of chances, but we didn't create the same amount of chances, nowhere near. And yeah, so you're right, it's a game of two halves, but they were, they did better than us than what we did in the first half, because to be honest, you've got the game's about scoring goals, putting the ball in the back of the net. And if it's not a striker, it's got to be a midfielder. If it's not a midfielder or a striker, it's got to be a wing back or a winger. It's got to be somebody. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of opportunities, centre halves, from corners and set plays that we had. But, yeah, so I'm about to tell them what I feel, and we'll see. I'll have to see on Monday which ones react and which ones don't. Not that I'm after, I just want them to play better as individuals, let alone as a team.
It's always very hard to look at positives when there's been a defeat.
You're going to find one night. Good old Dom.
All the games have been
support was great again.
It is. It's very hot, very hot. But every game that we've been involved in this season has been so tight. If just a bit of fine tuning in front of goal, the results could come our way.
I know. I would have said that in the first couple of games, and I think I did. Fine tuning. We need to fine tune, but. Eventually you can't keep fine-tuning. You've got to have a major overhaul when you can. So, you just have to tell people what you think about them right now and their game, and whether they've got the game that we need or whether they haven't. And then we'll see whether some of the young lads that have been at, been at other clubs, I don't know what they expect, but I tell them the truth. And some, you've got to. They've got to stand or fall by how they think after I've got into them, and that's not me being bullying or anything like that. It's me telling them from an experienced manager's point of view what they need to do to earn a good living out of the game, which is what we've seen from my teams over the years. The lads have gone on to make good livings and to play in the league and to get into championships and even premierships. So. But at the moment, these look a long way off, unfortunately. So we'll see. We'll see on Monday which ones handle the truth.
One thing that certainly isn't helping matters at the moment is obviously the injuries. I want to talk about injuries. I want to talk about the bad luck or anything like that. But another 2 today is not going to help selections for Monday, is it?
No, it's not. Because at the moment. And subs, young lads, we don't know enough about them, and people that we're bringing on, Lapsley said he was fine, so he thought, oh great, he can have a good half hour, and then he breaks down. And Mellin's still got a little problem with his ankle, so we couldn't give him the full game that we'd like to have done, and laps. So it's we're juggling at the minute, unfortunately, and you know, and jumping and dropping the sticks, you know what I mean, or whatever they call. Juggling balls. Juggling balls, yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah, so I don't mean to be trying to be clever or funny, but because I'm really disappointed.
And of course, it doesn't get any easier because Monday it brings our old friends Woking to play more.
Well, we'll see again. Some of these won't realise how important that is. I think we've got, if they take on board what I've just said to them individually as well as collectively, then maybe they'll turn up. You know, sometimes you have to go quite strong to turn them round. But it's not the defeat. It's just the lack of ability on the day, the lack of finding that pass, finding that goal. I don't want to go over and say it again, but it was just the lack of all that, and then the lack of not being able to score when we have found the final pass on occasions. You know what I mean? So that's disappointing. So I apologise to the fans that would have seen a good first half, of course, at their end, as far as the way we played, and not in the way we scored, because we didn't score again. So, but I've been in these positions before, and I've got to make sure that my experience comes out a little bit, and that's what I'll do. Honesty is the best way of going.
Once again, Gaffer, thanks for joining us. Do appreciate it.
Cheers.